Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and go into the GT Legendary Goku event. There are several new missions for the GT Legendary Goku event for part 3 of the 7th anniversary. Today we're going to take down the Sworn Enemy mission. Now, I think, honestly, this should really be pretty easy. I would say for a lot of players, right? You don't have a lot of enemies, or you don't have a lot of leaders for the Sworn Enemy category, because of the fact that it is still relatively new, right? You only have LR Full Power Frieza and then the third form Frieza, who are actually like true leaders for this category team, right? So you definitely do have to sort of keep that in mind. But the thing about that, right, is that you do have a character like Tech Transforming Frieza, who is on here, who could easily serve as sort of like an old types villain lead, and then you could just bring a friend Full Power Frieza, and you'll be good to go, right? I don't really think that this mission here is going to be too hard, because it's just got a lot of characters, right? It's basically all the, you know, main antagonists of like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, right? So you got like Tao, Demon King Piccolo, a bunch of these types of characters in here. I think a bunch of them could sort of work well. You know, I'm, of course, using a very strong setup of like STR Kid Buu. STR Kid Buu, I think Full Power Frieza is better than Kid Buu, but Kid Buu is probably the second best unit on the category. I think I'd probably say Kid Buu is probably the second best unit on here. He will completely destroy this, right? The only thing we really have to worry about in this run is just Full Power Frieza getting Dragon Fisted at the end. That's the only concern. But the thing is remember, Full Power Frieza does guaranteed crits against Goku. So this entire fight, Frieza is basically going to be essentially like one-shotting a lot of these phases. I am going to try and, you know, do my best to build up both Kid Buu and Buu tanks. Remember that Kid Buu, in order to use his active skill, which gives him a massive buff, by the way, he does have to get hit 6 times, Kid Buu. Unless you're going up against a Majin Buu Saga enemy, which obviously this, you know, Dragon Fist GT Goku at the end, he's from the Shadow Dragon Saga, right? So we're not going to be able to get that instant active skill with Kid Buu. We're going to have to sort of, you know, build up to it. I do try and get Transforming Frieza as many super attacks as possible, because he does, of course, build up as well. That's the only thing, like, running Full Power Frieza in this, like, GT Goku event right here, it definitely does get a little bit tricky, because you're just blitzing all of these forms of Goku so fast, you don't really have the ability to stack up. And this is the real, I think Full Power Frieza is a pretty weak leader, honestly, because in order, you basically have to run Full Power Frieza on each rotation to sort of maximize him and his defensive stacking, right? Because remember, he does lose a lot of attack, I think it's attack and defense after 6 turns. And if he's not getting those 18 key super attacks in, getting those stacks off, defensively he could look really not too impressive, right? So it's like you really want to use Full Power Frieza on rotation, and it's like that would then, you know, we'd be floating around like Kid Buu and stuff. Look at Kid Buu, dude. Like, look what he does, right? Like, this unit is absolutely just like bananas, bonkers. This STR Kid Buu is. He is so powerful. A lot of the recent Dokkan Fest exclusives have just been truly great. But the last 3 Dokkan Fest CRs, I mean, AGL Trunks is really good too, but I don't think he's quite as good as the Tech Androids, Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and STR Kid Buu. They're so dumb. Those 3 characters work so well in like the red zone and stuff like that too. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. Third Form Frieza is another character that needs to get a lot of attacks in to sort of build up, right? Like, his attack stats look pretty low right here, but he, of course, hasn't had an opportunity to attack yet, right? He does build up a bit. He is also supporting the entire rotation, which is good. In Final Form Frieza, remember that he guards and then has damage reduction if he's guarding. And I believe, he guards against Sun family enemies, Goku family enemies. Yeah, just a really good design, honestly. This Frieza, I remember going crazy when he got his EZA in June of 2020, and it's like, yeah, he holds up. This guy's going to hold up for a long time. Guard, followed by 50% damage reduction when Guard is activated, is crazy, dude. That's like, this Final Form Frieza, as long as you're fighting a Goku family enemy, he's going to be good in any content, right? Like, if they at some point do a red zone where... The red zone, I think, is like, they finally, like, you know, Infinite Dragon Ball History, collection of epic battles, all of those events, it's like, they're okay. I like the way red zone is designed, personally. The level of difficulty and stuff like that. Rather than, like, you know, they'll probably still do Infinite Dragon Ball History stages and these events and stuff, but red zone is the one I would like to see them do more of, right? Including, you know, maybe you get, like, a Z Fighters of the Cell Saga Ultimate Red Zone or something like that. Like, you know, 7 fights against the various different Z Fighters could really be fun. You know, and then, you know, in there, you know, you could, this Frieza would just be tremendous still, right? Like, that Int Frieza is going to age very well for a while. I've talked about a lot of the units we're using on the team. Of course, we know LR Bootang stacks. Then once we transform into Buhan, he's ridiculously powerful. Again, there are just a lot of other characters on Sworn Enemy that can do fairly well in here, right? I'm not the biggest fan of Int LR Cell. He doesn't really have the greatest linking partners around, and he's, you know, aged. I mean, he's 2.5 years old at this point. But, I mean, he certainly could work well against the final phase Goku in here. The Int Golden Frieza, sub-EZA, he potentially could work well in here. A defensive stacker, he supports target Goku, and of course he is Int as well. You know, you have various other, like, mid-level options, like Int Kid Buu potentially could be good. I think even, like, STR transforming Super Buu could be fine. This is not a mission I really see as too difficult. I just feel like there's, like, for free-to-play, I'm looking at this, like, from, like, a free-to-play player's, like, scope right here. There's just too many characters that have been on, like, so many banners, have been easy to sort of come across and can perform well in here, right? I mean, you could even use Tech Golden Frieza, AGL Golden Frieza, those type of characters that work well. They're a little bit on the weaker end. They're not as powerful as I would like, but you do also have the ability to potentially rock, like, Angel Final Form Frieza or Angel Cell, the Dragon Ball Z versions. Oh, one huge option I actually could have brought on the team here. The Dokkan Fest Angel Golden Frieza that transforms into gold. He would be really good here. I'm sure a lot of people could use him. I easily could have brought him on the team, right, instead of a number of options. We could have taken off, you know, I don't know, transforming Frieza, Third Form Frieza, you know, Buhan, any of those types of characters to bring in Angel Golden Frieza. The one thing about the Angel Golden Frieza, though, on this team is that he doesn't have big bad bosses. I mean, the Int Final Form Frieza also doesn't, but I mean, look at... I brought him for a reason, and it's the way he could just eat this right there. Like, that's just literally nothing to us. And then now the two Majins, the two Boos, are going to just disintegrate this Goku. I mean, look at Kid Buu. 9 million right there. Like, he could triple super. He could toss out 3 of those very casually. Kid Buu is just absolutely ridiculous, right? Oh, you know, another really good option is First Form Frieza. The LR First Form Frieza would work really good in here. Honestly, even Mercenary Tao certainly could work well. The only thing is, you know, his link set can be a bit wonky. You know, he does need orbs, but he could be really good. This is really the only concern, right? As long as we make it through this turn, we're going to win. Because the other thing, too, is that this Goku is, he's probably going to die on this turn. Like, is this the final turn? This has to be the final turn right here. Because remember, again, Full Power Frieza does guaranteed crits. So there's virtually nothing that Goku can do, right? Unless he, like, super attacks, like, you know, he would... I think Goku, even if he super attacked the first Full Power Frieza, I don't know if it would take him down. His defense probably isn't high enough. He probably could. If Goku super attacked either Full Power Frieza, I think we probably would die. But here's the thing. The amount of damage that Full Power Frieza does. I mean, guaranteed crits are just that goddamn powerful for a reason, right? And then, of course, Third Form Frieza with all of his attack potential as well. So there we go. There is the... Wow, we got really bad luck with Third Form Frieza on this turn, but Full Power Frieza will be able to finish it up, no problem. So there we go. There's the Sworn Enemy mission for the GT Legendary Goku event. Done, no item. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys get this done, right? The rewards are pretty good. You get the 5 tickets for the banner, as well as the 5 stones. Definitely very solid. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll go ahead and show the team, all the equips, the link levels, the builds, stuff like that. And I'll go ahead and catch you guys next time.